Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the second part of our lesson. We are discussing about wealth in Islam, and we are looking at various verses. We say that if you are to earn, if I remind ourselves our last point before we wound up the first part, is that when you acquire wealth, make sure you acquire using legal means, and possibly you also dispose it lawfully and preferably for the sake of Allah. And we read the verse in chapter 2 verse 168, chapter 2 verse 188, and also we started the verse on riba. So the riba is haram in Islam. Now our next point is, wealth should not make you proud. Sometimes God blesses you as a test. Innama amwalukum wa awladukum fitna is a test to you. Sometimes God can test you by denying you wealth. If you're very poor, God is testing you. Will you thank Him? Because sometimes you can complain that you have no wealth, and then you feel as if Allah does not like you. But you forget, as you complain of not having wealth, someone else is complaining of not having health. Someone is in the ICU. Therefore, even if you find yourself penniless, you have nothing, still you have so many reasons to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, if you find yourself, God has blessed you, you have health, you have wealth, you have more reasons to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do not be proud. Do not turn away from people. In fact, you're supposed to embrace people. When God has given you, He has given you to assist others. In a hadith, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that al-malu li, wealth belongs to me. Wal jannatu li, and also paradise belongs to me. Then fashtaru jannati bimali, you buy my paradise using my wealth. Therefore, the wealth you have should humble you. Thank Allah that somebody else was denied and you are given that wealth. That's why God says in the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Luqman, وَلَا تُصَعِرْ حَدَّكَ لِلنَّاسِ وَلَا تَمْشِ فِي الْأَرْضِ مَرَحًا إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ كُلَّ مُخْتَالٍ فَخُورٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that do not turn your face away from people because of pride. Do not turn away from people because of pride. That means if you first say you are driving a very good car, you are dressing expensive clothes, then do not turn away from people. Don't walk away from them when they are in problems. Embrace them, assist them. That's what this verse says. Verily, Allah does not like arrogant people and the people who are boasting. Allah does not like them. Therefore, wealth should not be a reason at all, because today you have, tomorrow you don't have. It is also illegal to misuse wealth. When you find that you have more than enough, then give a portion. And Islam has put for us some mechanisms to train us on how to assist. He has put zakat to be compulsory to human beings. He has put sadaqah as a responsibility to human beings. During Ramadan, we give zakatul fitri to show you that you should always remember those who don't have. Therefore, it is haram for you to misuse, even if what you have is more than what you need. In Surah Al-Araf, verse 31, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَكُلُوا وَاشْرَبُوا وَلَا تُسْرِفُوا إِنَّهُ لَا يُحِبُّ الْمُسْرِفِينَ. God says you can eat whatever you want, delicious food. You can drink very tasty drinks, but do not be wasteful. Don't waste. And extravagance is a sin. Why? Because inna Allah la yuhibbul musrifin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not like those who are wasteful. Therefore, you should not practice extravagance. Now, you're supposed to use your wealth that you acquire to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are so many ways, there are so many things you can do to please Him. Number one is to obey. The first one is compulsory, is a pillar of Islam, giving zakat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet says that for you to be a Muslim, you have to fulfill 5 pillars. And tu'mina billah, you believe in Allah, wa malaikati, and His angel. And tashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Wa tuqima as-salah. First, you believe in Allah and His Prophet. Then 2, you pray. Then 3, wa tuqima as-salah wa tu'ti az-zakah, and then you give zakat. This is an order. It's not a request. Therefore, step 1 to please Him, first is to obey Him. And then number 2, you add on top of zakat, you give sadaqah. Nowadays, some people have problems. You might find a sick person, assist. You pay medical fee. There are some kids who are learning, have no school fees, pay for them. Instead of you now keeping a lot of money, you have billions in the accounts, tomorrow you die, the billions will be misused by your children. They'll be misused by your relatives. Use it to assist people. In Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 145, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Man dhal ladhi yuqridu Allah qardan hasanan fayudha'ifahu lahu adha'afan kathira. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, who is that? Whoever gives a goodly loan, who can loan Allah? Allah is asking. It is His wealth, remember. In the previous hadith I said that Allah said, and man who live, wealth belongs to him. Therefore, He is the one again telling you that give me a loan from my wealth. Human beings, we need to think on so many things here. That Allah has given you wealth, and then at the same time He is coming to borrow a loan from you. If you deny Him that loan, what will happen? He will take His wealth. And then the next day you say you have hasad, people are, you have ayn. You start now again going back to Allah, reciting Quran to protect your business, to protect your children, your health, and so on. You have forgotten that at the time when Allah blessed you and He addressed you, Man dhal ladhi yuqridu Allah qardan hasana. Who is that? That Allah will come for a loan. Then He tells you, when you give me that loan, I will pay with interest. Yamhaqullahu riba wa yurbi sadaqat. Allah says that God has forbidden interest. But for Him, when you give Him your loan, He will pay you with interest. Take this opportunity. In another verse, finally, as we wind up in this lesson, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us guidelines that فَقُلْتُ اسْتَغْفِرُوا رَبَّكُمْ إِنَّهُ كَانَ غَفَّارًا. God is telling us that اسْتَغْفِرُوا رَبَّكُمْ, you ask for forgiveness. Every time you are, because you are always in the wrong, you will always كُلُّ ابْنَ آدَمْ خَطْوَةً. Every human being messes, you sin. وَخَيْرُ الْخَطَّائِينَ التَّوَّابُونَ. The best of the sinners are the ones who ask for forgiveness. Once you do that, God is saying that if you ask for forgiveness, يُرْسِلِ السَّمَاءَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِدْرَارًا, rain will come. Because wealth will, as we shall see in our next discussion, there are some activities when you do you earn. Among them is to farm, to do business. Therefore, if you cannot farm unless you get rain, therefore this verse is again connected to wealth. But again, God gives an open promise here. وَيُمْدِدْكُمْ بِأَمْوَالٍ وَبَنِينَ. That if you keep asking for forgiveness, then Allah will make your wealth even more. He will give you more and more wealth. Therefore, wealth comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Try to dispose it through His means and be very, very close to Him when you find yourself in a wealthy. Why? Because by doing so, Allah will add you more. For that, we have come to the end of our lesson today. Let's meet in the next lesson, inshallah, where we can discuss about the types of earning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.